Albertans together.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We're back on the weekend morning show. It is Big G, Dani, and Cree hanging out here in the house. Mm-hmm. That's right. So much things going on, man. Hey, we got to start this Patreon, Dani.
Okay. Oh, yeah. We're talking about all kinds of things.
Oh, yeah. all kinds of stuff behind the scenes. You can tune in for the real stories.
Yep.
The real stories. But, I wanted to know, in terms of influence on your style, your music, and everything that you've done going into this album, how much has traveling and going to different parts of the world and interacting with these different forms of music as you travel impacted what you do now?
Well, to be honest with you, culture has always been something that I've been passionate about my whole life. And I gained it from being a Canadian Jamaican and growing up between Canada and Jamaica. Just simply having the opportunity to view these two different societies that are so different from each other, from the language to the food to just behavior. I realized early on that it was also associated with culture. And so before I did music, I actually wanted to become an anthropologist in the study of human behavior according to culture. Okay. I know it's so random.
Wow.
That was actually what I wanted to do before I decided music was my fate. But so as an avid lover of culture and travel, I have always intentionally sought to, when I travel, learn about the culture, go to, not have the resort experience, like find people that take you to the actual people and the places and the food and
how do people live.
Yes, all of that stuff. I'm really, really big on that, on responsible tourism and just learning, open your mind. Because the things that you will see and the ways that you understand humans and the difference of thinking, et cetera, I could go on forever.
Yeah.
So to say that isn't like a foundation of who I am as a person, just because of my love for culture, and then obviously in my music career, it took me to so many places. I got to travel and perform around the world and meet all kinds of people and experience, different festivals. And, I performed at the Soweto, the Jazz Festival in Soweto in South Africa.
Wow.
I performed with Cirque du Soleil in Shanghai in China. Wow. Like just concerts and all these experiences, they absolutely have influenced. If I can pinpoint it to actual sonics, I can't consciously point at anything, but I know, just the same way that we know every organism born in a certain ecosystem, whether it's the direction of the sunlight, the gust of the wind, to the mitochondria or whatever organisms that are in that particular soil, like we know it affects us in some way, shape, or form, but might not be able to pinpoint it. But yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So you've been in the music game for a long time.
Yes. With my 10-year hiatus as well.
Yes. We're counting that in.
Yeah.
What lessons have you learned that you're taking in this new journey now?
Oh, that no one will ever work as hard as you do, and no one will ever believe in your vision the way that you do. And signing to a major label, which, for most artists, oh my God, that's the goal of life.
Yeah.
You sign away so much of your power in more ways than you believe, not only in your artistic vision, in your creative, direction, who you work with, how you write, what genre you're doing. I gave up all of those things, but also in the capacity. This is an example of, so part of my story, working the underground Edmonton music scene, hip-hop scene, like '02 to '05 was when I was active here, and Edmonton had a thriving scene at the time. I was on every stage that existed that you could find, right? And in this process, I won a radio singing competition
Hey.
with 91.7 The Bounce.
Okay.
And from this competition, one of my prizes was to work with this production group called Hip Joints. We made a couple of songs. Off this came a song called Bounce With Me. Bounce With Me was on my first album, Passion. It's my most synced song. It was on every TV show from at the time. Most people don't know, but Entourage, Ugly Betty, Lipstick Jungle, Gossip Girl, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It was in a Kit Kat commercial that I was in, like all kinds of stuff. It was everywhere. But this song specifically, the Bounce, because I won the competition, the Bounce added it to heavy rotation. And so me and my mom went and hired radio promoters, paid them to help push the song.
Okay.
And from our own intention and hiring and, execution, we got the song to probably about 40. I remember we just crossed 50. It was like 48 on the Canadian music charts.
Wow.
But during this process, this is when I got signed. This is when I got management. And as soon as I signed that contract, they told me and my mom to halt.
Oh, wow.
I would have assumed that I'm working a song on the radio.
Yeah.
We hired radio promoters, we're pushing it. Part of the reason they signed me is because they saw how aggressive I was, the support that I had from my family, that I was business savvy, and I took things into my own hands. But I thought they were going to come on board and like add extra gas to the fire.
Yeah.
No, they made me halt.
Wow. They're like,
That's
slow it
crazy.
down.
Because this is one of the things about any industry is the politics behind the industry.
Yeah.
And part of the reason I stepped away for 10 years and took my hiatus was because I felt like I always say music broke my heart, but it's really the industry or the business of music that broke my heart. And you start to realize the politics that you encounter because, that wasn't my signee, so they don't get the credit. So instead of it just genuinely being about an artist and their music reaching the world, as you start this whole journey off thinking that that's what it's about, no, the politic game starts. So they made me stop because they couldn't get the credit if it did go to whatever position, because it was me and my mom that hired the radio promoters.
Yeah.
So in that, I say, like, I'm also gave up my ability to contribute to my own success. Instead of me being my proactive self, which I got from my mom, who's a successful entrepreneur. My mom owns a small business. I grew up in a family with a small business owner and a small business. So you have a different set of like, okay, I'm going to do this. I can do this. And now you start to feel this sense of hopelessness because instead of just being able to execute it yourself, you now have to wait. And if management or the label says, oh, no, we don't want to do that right now, and you get so frustrated. I had that happen to me so many times.
Yeah.
Like another example is in 2012, I made a relationship with a DJ. His name was DJ Wally Lopez. He was like, at the time, like the equivalent of David Guetta, but in the Latin-speaking world.
Yeah.
We did a song together, released it. It was the #1 song in Spain and Portugal.
In Spain?
Yes.
Wow.
The #1 song in Spain is Portugal. I was in Spain. I was shooting music videos. I was doing radio promo in Spain. I was on El Número Uno, which was like their version of American Idol, but I was like the talent guest. And I made EMI Spain, the head of EMI Spain, like fall in love with me as an artist, believe in me. And he basically went to EMI Canada, who I was signed to, and said, we will release Kreesha's entire project in Spain, push it. We've already started testing some of her singles at radio. All we want you to do is to release the song with her and DJ Wally Lopez in Canada. It's already #1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did they say? No. And
Wow.
that completely tumbled the entire tower that I had built.
That's
So because they
crazy.
wouldn't release it, a #1 song with
Yeah.
their artist in Canada, Spain didn't follow through with releasing my project. So for all the times that I would take on and do my part of the job, I ended up with these roadblocks that felt like
that you can't even
obvious
control.
gains.
Yeah.
Like, why would you not?
And
Why,
it's-
why would you not?
And you don't even have control over that.
And I have no control over it. So from the lessons that I've learned from this, like now as an independent artist, a label's good, like, you know, knock on wood, you get to the point where a label is going to offer you a large amount of money. But even then, I would look at it like, if I get to that point, when I get to that point,
Yeah.
and then-
There we go. There we go. There we go.
when I get to that point, they're going to have to offer me a lot of money for me to be willing to give up that level of power. So as an independent artist, I encourage all independent artists, like, know that you hold the power. And if you give that up, understand what you're giving up. But to me, if I'm giving you, from my experience and my advice, like, keep your power, but just, you know, now you got to put in the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where most people fall short. Like, they think they have the work ethic. They think they have, I don't know what it is, but you need to put that time and energy into truly making your dreams come true at the end of the day, if you truly want it to happen.
Yeah. You got any comments in the chat?
That's a great question. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
What they saying in the chat?
Trey said, "Wagwan."
Wagwan. Whopping.
Another Jamaican in that.
Everywhere.
We everywhere.
We are everywhere.
We're everywhere. we run this. That's right. We're
You guys
everywhere.
just surround me for some reason. Like, I don't know why.
Well,
There's a lot in Edmonton.
There
There's
is.
a lot of Jamaicans in
You know what
Edmonton,
though? Like my aunts in Toronto, when one of the things they comment all the time is like, Greg moved to Edmonton, and like he's like surrounded by like these small island women,
Oh, got Bajans, got
Bajans, Trinis,
got-
Antiguans,
Same kids. Yeah.
and they're like, we don't understand why they keep like trying to surround him.
Wow.
They just
I'm,
come find you, Greg.
I don't know. They're gonna find him, yeah.
I'm only here because I have to.
I'm dead. This is how it is.
That's
Exactly,
right. That's right.
exactly.
That's right. Hey, the small island vibe versus a big island vibe. There's no such thing. But hey, listen, we'll talk more after this.